Hello everyone and welcome back to another a must-see and a beautiful attacking chess game by the magician from Riga, Mikhail Tal. And this chess game is from 1973, and 1973 was a special year for Mikhail Tal. Until October 1973 to October 1974, Mikhail Tal was undefeated, and that is considered as one of the longest streaks at the professional chess history. So in this chess game, Mikhail Tal has the white pieces, and his opponent is Valeri Korensky, who was a Russian chess master. And this chess game happened at the Chigorin Memorial Chess Tournament. So the master of disaster, the master tactician, the magician from Riga, Mikhail Tal starts the game with pushing the e-pawn e4. We have e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, and bishop to b5. And this is the Spanish game, Ruy Lopez asking a question, and this is also known as the Morphy defense. Bishop goes back, knight to f6, and Mikhail Tal castled. b5, bishop goes back, nothing out of the ordinary so far. d3, bishop to e7, and then a4 by Mikhail Tal. d6, knight to c3, b4, kicking the knight back, and bishop goes back, and black castled, and then knight goes to g3, knight to c3 to knight to g3. So this knight is looking pretty active in the king side, c5, and knight to f5, attacking the knight and planning to damage the pawn structure. Adding one more defender to the knight from 3 to h4, so if capturing the knight with the bishop, white can capture back with the knight, and there is still going to be a dangerous lousy knight on f5. So bishop to e6, and developing the queen, b3 by Valeri Korensky. Bishop goes to d2. Mikhail Tal is not defending the bishop. We have rook to h7. Well, in this position, obviously, you can see that if capturing the bishop, then capturing the knight and attacking the queen. So queen takes bishop, and then knight takes bishop with check. So this is why defending the bishop, and perhaps this time black is threatening to capture the bishop. So this time Mikhail Tal captured the pawn. He didn't play any crazy moves yet. No crazy moves yet. So knight takes on b3, capturing the knight, bishop takes on b3, simplifying the game, and it is white to move. The game is getting pretty exciting after this move. So can you see what white can actually play here at this moment of the game? Can you guess the next move for white? What would you do in this position? You can see that most of Mikhail Tal's pieces, his knights, are gathered around the black king. The queen is also in the king side, and this is actually looking pretty dangerous. Black is looking very passive. Well, in this position, did you see bishop to h6? This is what Mikhail Tal played. And attacking the g-pawn, and black goes back for the defense. Let's take it back and let's check out what happens if capturing the bishop, then check. And if moving the king, getting checkmated on g7. So knight to g4, capturing, and this is the only defense. And then perhaps f4 is pretty strong. And then knight to f3. Okay, knight takes on h6 was also fine, but in this position, threatening to push the pawn h4, and this is actually losing for black. White is much better in this position. This looks very dangerous, to say the least. So, okay, bishop to h6, did you see this move? This was actually a pretty strong move by Mikhail Tal. So knight goes back, and now can you see the best move for white? Can you see what Mikhail Tal played in this position? The move is knight takes on g7. And knight takes on g7, accepting the sacrifice, but then pinning the knight. Queen to g3 by Mikhail Tal, and threatening checkmate. How to deal with this? How to defend? Actually, there is no sensible defense. We see bishop to g5, and Tal captured the bishop. In this position, of course, If something like this, then basically black is getting checkmated. Checkmate. So queen to g3, bishop to g5 is the only defense, and capturing the bishop, defending the queen, and still pinning the knight. King over, unpinning, and f4. Tal wants to open his rook. So rook to g8, queen back, rook to b7, pawn up, bishop back, and opening the f-file, and then queen in, attacking the queen and also attacking the bishop, offering to exchange the queens. The offer is accepted. And in this position, you can see that white is attacking the bishop, so black must defend. So in this position, bishop takes knight check, and then capturing the bishop is a possibility. So bishop goes back, but how to defend the d-pawn? Landing on d6, landing on b2 by black, but still white is a pawn up, and then rook goes down and attacking the pawn. So rook up, rook to f1, of course, placing the rook in the open file, knight to e6, and then Tal played knight to f5, getting in, rook to a3, attacking the a pawn. What would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? The move is knight to e7, of course, why not, simplifying the game, and then capturing the e-pawn with attacking the knight. Well, this is just all over, black must resign, defending the knight, and now can you see actually what white can play here? It looks like black is attacking the a-pawn. White has a very strong move in this position. Did you see the move? If you want, you can also pause the video. As always, we are not in a hurry. The move is rook takes on c5. Did you see this move? You don't need to be a chess genius to see these kinds of moves. And then rook to g8. Of course, it's very obvious. Black has back rank issue. If capturing the rook, then rook up, checkmate. This is all over. So rook takes on c5, rook to g8, targeting the king. And then bishop to g5 by Mikhail Tal, threatening to play bishop to f6. Check how to defend. So rook must go down and maybe rook up. So that's forking king and the knight, but it looks like black is getting checkmated, so we see knight to e2. This is check. But black can't deal with so many threats at the same time. King up, and in this position again white is threatening to play bishop check, and the only defense is with the rook, and at the same time attacking the knight. It is just disrespectful to continue after this position. So we see checking the king, Tal simply captured the knight. Rook check, Tal simply goes down, and black resigned. Mikhail Tal is a piece up, plus he has 3 extra pawns, and if checking the king with the rook, we can simply interpose with the rook or with the bishop. This is all over. What do you think about this chess game by the magician from Riga? Every move is a threat, every move is exciting, every move is attacking. By the master of disaster, Mikhail Tal. Okay, so what an amazing player. His chess games are just always, it feels like they are from heaven, sent to earth to entertain chess fans, you know. They are amazing. Okay, so I hope to see you next time with more exciting, amazing, interactive chess games by Tal. So take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.